welcome to Rough Cut Film Review. This is a review of The Purge, Anarchy. As I understand it, there was a film released last year, so that's 2013, called The Purge, which was the first film, so this is the sequel. I didn't see it. I might go back and watch it now. We'll see. It really gets under my skin that these capitalist pigs throw around the concept of anarchy as to mean a lack of order. Crass, the band, would be spinning in their graves were they not all still alive. So, The Purge, Anarchy, and The Purge were both written and directed by James D. Monaco, who co-produced the rubbish and completely missing the point remake of Assault on Precinct 13. And this film is somewhat aspiring to be like the original Precinct 13 that was made by John Carpenter and was really, really good. So in essence, this is a 1980s sci-fi horror B-movie, so, think of other John Carpenter films like Escape from New York. In line with this, we don't really have any star names. I know Carpenter used to use stars, but, Assault on Precinct 13 didn't have any big names in the film, and I think it's the better for it. Apparently Ethan Hawke was in the first one, The Purge. I can't imagine enjoying his performance, but I'll have to watch it and see, because obviously I can't possibly comment and complain about it if I've not seen it. Plot-wise, so I'm talking about The Purge Anarchy here. We're in the near future. The US's social problems have got worse, not better. And the continual mention of the new founding fathers implies that America is no longer a democracy, but there is a new spirit of self-determination going on, which is a bit sinister. In essence, it's a fairly angry satire of American culture and social values, akin to the fairly rubbish Land of the Dead, but actually this is a lot more enjoyable film. So for 12 consecutive hours in the plot, once a year, the American state initiates the purge to clean the streets and apparently purge people's souls. So all laws are basically suspended for 12 hours over the night, including murder, so you can just do whatever the heck you want. Everything is all good and legal. You can't go to the hospital until the period ends, and the best of luck to you. It's quite a cool idea for an exploitation film. It's along the lines of a less campy Running Man or something like that. It's very much back to the spirit of 1980s dark films. But as a social policy, I think it would be pretty disastrous. Luckily for us, it makes for a cracking action film where our unlikely hero, who we actually know very little about, largely against his better judgment, tries to keep some initially irritating, but they grow on you civilians alive when they're being attacked by random nutters, gangs and shady government types. Spoiler alert. After the first 30 minutes of The Purge Anarchy, I wasn't really sure whether they were going to pull it off, but I ended up enjoying it, so to speak. I ended up going along with it, and I did enjoy myself. My only real criticism is a 1980s B-movie throwback should be nothing if not violent, and I think it would have been a lot more scathing and a lot more critical had it been more violent. However, ironically, this is a 15 because of the fact that it's a commercial enterprise, and the filthy pig money men who have put this film out have a duty to make as much profit as possible in the good old capitalist model that we are all so keen on these days. So it does seem a little bit hypocritical that a profit-making film that is trying to maximise its profits is so incredibly satirical. As an action film, it's absolutely fine. If we just use The Purge as a contrivance for all this crazy mayhem, then absolutely fine. If you treat it as a political parable, it does very quickly fall on its head and seem very hollow and sinister. Crass, the band, would be spinning in their graves were they not all still alive, and I'm surprised that they are still alive. But go and listen to Crass, they're great, and this film is actually enjoyable, if not a massive hypocrite. Kind regards, Christopher Thomas.